Hey YouTube, it's ShryphonX here. Today we're going to be talking about Black Clover chapter 387 to 389. Like and subscribe for more content. Black Clover's ending chapter 387 to 389, the last 5 chapters, with the first 3 coming in hot. This chapter batch has a total of 59 pages. Lucius is pathetic. Page 387 is titled Limit Breakers. This chapter has 21 pages, including the color spread. The color spread features another Yuno and Asta shot together in their final forms. Editor's note: the supreme battle of the strongest versus the strongest. Super climax. This is the final battle of the entire series. Editor's note: flash explosion. Lucius Zogrades, the final Wizard King, faces off against Asta and Yuno for the future of the world and humanity. The chapter begins with Lucius's arms being shattered by Asta and Yuno's attack from the last chapter. From Lucius' perspective, Yuno and Asta have achieved complete synchronization, and Asta's transformation is reminiscent of the Lucifero battle from the previous arc. Lucius also notes that if Asta and Yuno fought as individuals, they wouldn't have reached this level of power to inflict damage on Lucius. The reason they achieved this synchronization and power is due to their rivalry. Yuno and Asta are arguably the healthiest rivalry in shonen manga. They're brothers first, rivals second, but in a way, both terms are interchangeable. They want to grow together and use comparison and competition to help each other and themselves grow and succeed, all for the ultimate goal, the title of Wizard King. As Lucius conjures dragon constructs imbued with diverse magic elements, he proclaims himself the supreme Wizard King. Asta, however, dismisses the notion of being a supreme Wizard King who rules over humans and dictates their lives. Asta's sole desire is to be recognized as a Wizard King, a recognition that resonates with everyone. Lucius retaliates by striking Asta, sending him flying. Yuno intervenes, swiftly defeating Lucius. Lucius praises Yuno's exceptional magic, acknowledging that even Yuno surpassed the supreme Wizard King. He questions why Yuno would stand shoulder to shoulder with a flaw. In response, Yuno asserts that Asta is the sole worthy rival, and Lucius, even in his current form, poses no significant challenge. For the first time since his introduction, Lucius loses his composure and demands that Yuno retract his words. He refuses to be considered inferior to a magicless flaw that he intends to rectify and save humanity. Lucius unleashes a barrage of magical blasts as Asta counters his dehumanization, asserting that he never sought salvation. Asta recounts the hardships he endured due to his lack of magic, the struggles of survival without it, and the frustration and despair that consumed him. He emphasizes that this is his life, and regardless of its imperfections, it is something that others cannot control. Lucius makes a smug and squirmy expression, reminiscent of a meme. Yuno looks down on Lucius, calling him a pathetic person. Asta adds that Lucius is not Julius and lacks the respect of others. It is evident that humans only respect someone as egotistical as Lucius when they warp their souls. Lucius adamantly refuses to listen to the boy's words, refusing to acknowledge his mistakes. The chapter concludes with Yuno declaring that they refuse to be defeated by a pathetic scumbag like Lucius. Editor's note: show him your power. The return of Julius Navachrono. Page 388 is titled Time of Reckoning. Editor's note: the battle rages on. This chapter has 19 pages. The chapter begins with a continuation of the battle as Asta and Yuno chase after Lucius through the ruins of the city. Yuno uses the spirit of Euros to fire an arrow, while Asta cuts down one of the magic dragons, which was made of string magic. Klaus, Seeker, Zora, William Vengeance, Yami, and everyone else cheer the boys on. We see Nacht, Charlotte, Luck, Magna, Gauche, Marie, Rill, Langris, Finral, Finesse, Charmy, Sol, Noelle, Vanessa. Great cheer on as Yuno and Asta chase Lucius to the edges of the land, reaching snowy mountains and cutting through multiple mountains with sheer speed. Asta and Yuno need an opening. Lucius makes a gleeful smile as he sees that the boys might have reached their limits. If he can withstand this, he will win. Seeing that she has finally mastered control over her magic, which has been her lifetime weakness, Noelle activates her dragon form Valkyrie dress and flies towards Lucius and the boys, reminding herself that she needs to be precise in her magic control. Now joining Asta and Yuno, Noelle, our main female protagonist, lands a blow on Lucius together with the boys. This blow creates a small crack on Lucius' exposed core, which leads into Julius reawakening inside Lucius' soul as the other personality declares that it is time for judgment. The chapter ends with Yuno and Asta landing the final blow on Lucius' core. Editor's note: the conclusion. Goodbye, Julius Navachrono. Page 389 is titled Supreme Achievement. This chapter has 18 pages. Editor's note: their final conversation. The chapter begins in Lucius' mind as he questions Julius about his loss, despite his perfection. Julius explains that he was the Wizard King, and the Magic Knights fulfilled their duty. Lucius refuses to acknowledge the Magic Knight's potential to bring peace or end inequality. However, Julius asserts that even those with the ability to see the future cannot be certain, emphasizing the importance of hard work. Beyond Lucius' notion of salvation, it was Yuno and Asta who truly stirred people's hearts to confront the disparity between those with magic and those with less or none. Their rivalry was one of equals, and Asta was never made inferior by Yuno's abundant magic. In fact, Yuno always treated Asta better than anyone else. Lucius gives Julius a cringeworthy expression, seemingly cringing to death and transforming into dust before Julius' eyes. Morris looks on in disbelief as Asta and Yuno emerge from the dust, fully restored. Julius praises William and Yami, both of whom are shocked to see Julius back. They express their gratitude, stating that they could only reach this point due to Julius' unwavering belief in them. Julius declares that AST and Yuno have accomplished the ultimate magical feat together. They use their unique gifts to kill Lucius and save Julius simultaneously. With the power of anti-magic, Asta managed to defeat Lucius, demonstrating that the flaw wasn't a flaw in the world but Lucius' ultimate weakness, which he deeply feared. Yuno, wielding the power of spirits, successfully restored Julius to this world. As Julius surveyed the devastation caused by Lucius, he witnessed numerous deaths, including Sek on the brink of death, Marioleona on the verge of succumbing to the effects of her spell, ultimate flame magic, Exelictus Leonum in chapter 371, indestructible souls, reflected on her current state, realizing she would be transformed into pure mana, joining the ranks of the deceased members of the Crimson Lions. Despite her praise for her brothers Fugolian and Leopold, Marioleona acknowledged her limited time in this world, as she had no body to return to. As Wizard King, Julius performed his final task, allowing his bare grimoire to float, emitting a radiant light that revived everyone who had fallen. Overwhelmed with joy, Marioleona reunited with her brothers, indicating that the other Crimson Lions who had perished had also been restored. In a surprising twist, Jack the Ripper, along with Marx, Revchi, and Geldra, who had been killed by Lucius in chapter 379, Absolute Messiah, as part of his demonstration of the connection between the Grimoire Towers and deceased grimoires, were also resurrected. With his final words, Julius entrusted the Clover Kingdom to the Magic Knights, vanishing as the entire realm of the Magic Knights offered heartfelt salutes to their virtuous leader. While it was an awe-inspiring moment to witness Julius's character arc conclude with a resounding triumph, this ending feels disappointingly underwhelming, if not frustrating. The origins of Lucius remain shrouded in mystery, as we are left with no clue about his past beyond his familial ties to the Zogrades family. Furthermore, the reasons behind his paralysis and his unexpected arrival in the Clover Kingdom remain elusive. Additionally, the enigmatic time devil, Astaroth, who bestowed upon Julius's time magic, remains an enigma, and his origins are unknown. With only 2 chapters left to the super climax, the reader is left with a sense of unease and anticipation. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content. ShryphonX out.